What's up, nerds? Back with another lightsaber video. In this one, we've got a couple fun things we're going to be working on. So I have my own lightsabers. So we've got two of my own lightsabers. Obviously the 3D printed, not metal yet. And we've got two of the metal versions of the Luke Skywalker lightsaber. Got confused with my own name. So we've got the Luke Groundwalker sabers and the Luke Skywalker sabers. My hilts are for all saber types, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So I have a couple Luke Skywalker sabers. So these fit on top of the Skywalker model. And then I've got some already completed Luke Groundwalker sabers, and these obviously fit my saber on top. And so we're going to be doing two green models, or two green and blue models of each. I'm going to be doing two red Sith models as well, but I don't have obviously the sabers for those. They are just for show, because basically I'm going to be offering 3 base model of saber hilts, and again you can get them either with my saber size or the other saber company, insert whatever saber company you get, but they're going to be 3 colors: red, green, and blue. And over here, so we're going to be going with a metallic blue gloss. Then we've got here we go, Luck of the Irish gloss green. And then we've got a red metallic gloss. And then I've got a black gloss, standard black gloss. And then obviously, if you've seen any of the saber videos, got to prime them first. We're going to sand them down. We're going to prime them. And at the end, we're going to gloss them all up. And those are going to be the 3 standard models. We're going to have Black Galaxy and Inverted Galaxy. So that means we're going to have a all black saber with hints of whatever color galaxy, whether that's blue, green, red. And then inverse, it's going to be an all red saber, or an all green saber, or an all blue saber with inverted black, like blood splatter or galaxy patterns all over it. And those are going to be the 2 main go-to colors, just to start us off, so I have something to go with. I think they look sick. They're models that I've already printed, or already designed, already come out. And we're also, so I did a little bit of sabering, and I personally think that, get over here. I personally think that this saber length, which is about, 30 inches, maybe 28 inches, you can see how much, that motherfucker right there, that's gotta be 8 inches, goddamn, not like I would know. But you got 8 inches off the saber. This is the standard, I think it's a 32 or a 36. I can't remember, to be honest. But I do think that this 28 or 30 blade length is pretty close to the optimal blade length that you'd want. So first we're going to cut up these saber blades, make them a little bit shorter, because otherwise, even me, I'm about 6 foot. I'm starting to hit the ground. I can't, it's tough to show off, but I'm hitting the ground right here. If I'm spinning the saber and I've got the handle in my hand and I'm coming down, I'm hitting my feet, I'm hitting the floor already. It's just, if you're spinning and you're trying to flow, it's just not very practical to have it that long. And honestly, these are like $30 each. So, it is expensive, but I don't mind chopping them up and just making them shorter, just because these are going to be, again, the first the first, the first sabers with everything start to finish. First sabers, first hilts, first designs, first everything. These are going to be kind of like I don't plan on selling these. I plan on just keeping these, and maybe, one day in the future, if I make it, I can auction these off as, the first ones ever made, ever printed. But that's what we're going to do today. We've got the PVC saber holder, which we already made in another video. We've got that to hold, to paint everything. And so first things first, we're going to tape all these up, chop all these up. Then we're going to go sand everything down. First we got to cut the PVC, then sand everything down. I've got over in here, here we go. Over in here, I've got all the caps for all the PVCs, all the couplings. I've got the jig boxes back in there, but I've got the jig boxes. We've got to cut all these so that the hilts fit on top. But yeah, so we're going to do that. Try and get all of that painting and everything done. And then that way they can start drying. And I'm probably not going to finish this until next week. Probably like Monday or Tuesday this video will come out. Actually, I've got Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, so this video will probably come out like Wednesday night. Something, maybe Wednesday. So, let's get into it. Lightsaber time, baby. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another video, the Lightsaber video. So I guess it's not a new video because we are just cutting into this part anyway. So what we've got, we did a little bit of work off camera because I didn't think it was super important to record, but we're going to finish that on camera just so you can see the end game. And then I've also got some slight upgrades to what we've been working on. So I found some more saber blades so that we can finish a couple more full sabers. And in addition to that, I've got some new hilt design, which basically mirrors the saber on the pommel. So this is the Groundwalker saber, right? And on the bottom of it, you see we've got the Groundwalker wings on the bottom, right? And so in addition to the wings on the bottom, we've also now got the wings on the hilt top. This is, so the other hilt designs have, you can put any saber into them. And maybe I'll make it so that this can put any saber into it in the future, maybe, I don't know. But for right now, it only fits my sabers with the Groundwalker wings. And so I've got a couple blades for a couple more 3D printed like prototype sabers. So we're going to make a couple of these full 3D print, full Groundwalker design promos. And obviously I've got the bottom ends, or the hilt, full hilt holders for these. So got these taken care of, and oh my god, this one just broke. I'm excited to get these done in metal and get these finalized. Thankfully, I do have extras printed, but that just goes to show how good of a fit this is, that it literally broke off after I had put it in. So, okay, remember that, Luke. Don't put them in until you're ready to seal them up. Okay. So, that's basically it. I've got a couple things we're going to finish over here, a couple jigs we're going to finish. Then after that, we're going to get to painting. Then while the paint is drying, we've got the second round of Groundwalker sabers. We're going to make the hilts for those because I've got the other hilts that we've made, but those these ones are not made yet. Okay. Let's get into it.
cuts out, but ambient pads and a heartbeat style. Sub Qui-Gon Neal's minimal beat returns with filtered kicks and breathes. Full return of main theme, more layered and chaotic than before. gates open, Obi-Wan launches into battle, snares become tighter, rolls more intense.
All right, so I have finished 4 out of the 6. I'm going to be finishing the last ones when I have a little bit more time. I've got to go away for the weekend, got some other stuff to take care of. So we're just going to go over the ones I've got right now, which are, we've got 2 of my version and then 2 of the generic version, because I've got my saber, right? And my saber has slightly different dimensions. So I've got the sheaths that go with specifically my sabers, if you get them from me, right? And those sheaths also have my design on the top. And then there is also the generic, if you get from any other saber company and you still want a sheath, it fits inside those as well. And I'm pretty fucking happy. I mean, like, I was playing around with different versions of the hilts. These are the, like, Founder series. Like, these are the OGs, you know. If you get one of these, it's like, you know, you're getting, like, the prototype edition. There will be updates made for the last version. And, you know, very slight changes. But changes that will be taken forward, you know, to all the server or saber sheath models in the future. But for now, this is kind of, you know, like the final prototype in my head, at least. The only thing I think I might change is more leather. Maybe more leather knotting. Maybe more leather handle. But so far, I like it. I'm happy with it. All right, let's check them out. Okay, so you can see we've got on the outsides, we've got the galactic greens as well as the inverse galactic. We've got the, Force galactic blue and the inverse blue. I've got the Sith version of these sabers, of these sheaths as well. But again, running out of time a little bit. But I wanted to get some stuff done so I could take some pictures, because in the description down below, and I don't know how many videos back I'll be updating, but I do have an Etsy page where if you do have the Return of the Jedi version of the sabers, you can get the sheaths to fit those models. Because that's straight up, that's the only one. I'm not going to be selling the sheaths for all these different saber models. It's going to be right now the Return of the Jedi, and then after that we're going to be getting the Shadow Hunter Clone Wars version of these. But that, again, that's kind of on the back burner. So you can take a look. You can see, like, for example, on this one, we've got the galactic green. It's got the Zen feature on top. It's got the, handle that you can grip. It's got a little bit of a sort of like snake pattern of leather on the bottom. And obviously, you know, bada bing, bada boom, fits inside, no problem, and slides in nice. And I really like the inverse. It's a little tough to see, but you've got black galaxy and white spray throughout the whole thing. And then I'll show you the blue galactic. So this one, little wider of a leather on the bottom. This one's got the leather underneath as well as the leather handle grip. And you can see this has got the Zen pattern as well. And it's got my saber. Obviously, again, these are not in metal yet. That's the next up, but wanted to get the saber first because the saber I can put on Etsy for everybody else. And nice, you know, bada bing, bada boom, slides right in, nice and smooth. And then we've got the galactic green, Force Galactic Green. This is actually my Return of the Jedi saber. And take that out like that, boom. It's got a sort of spiral galaxy theme on the top that I actually really like. And so these galactic versions are the black galaxy, white stars, all the way up and down. And slide that bad boy back in there. Fits. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Fits nice and clean right on top. And so that's kind of, for now, these are the sheaths that we will be offering on the website, on the Etsy. And thanks for watching.
Like the vid, leave a word, drop a comment, get absurd. Subscribe if you had some fun. We drop bangers one by one. Check the description down below for all the links you need to know. Thanks for watching, you're the best. Now go